Maybe she's a computer ID. Let me see if she's that smart. Yeah, she cares not.
She made up for it.
No, it's a lot of money. Yeah. Oh no.
What a sad day for the Barringtons, especially Lord Barrington, who was found horribly murdered as he ate cheese in the library. Gouda cheese, sliced thin. I have slaved for this family since I was a little boy, as my father did before me, and his father before him, and my grandmother beside him, and my mother beneath her. The door is chiming. I must answer it, as I have done since I was a little boy, as my father did before me, and his father before him, and my grandmother beside him, and my mother beneath her. Young Alexander Barrington.
Drolls, kindly drolls. Ever faithful, ever true.
And who is the young lady I see before me?
Drolls, I'd like you to meet my new bride, Penelope.
Don't you mean Penelope?
You're so right, drolls. But I just call her darling.
A delight.
The delight is mine.
Ah, drolls. It is a sad day for the Barringtons.
May I take your coats?
Is mother about?
She's been under quite a strain, finding the Lord like that, face down in the Gouda cheese, sliced thin.
Ah, poor mother.
Poor thing!
How is she?
Hasn't touched a dairy product since.
And my sister, Bet. Has she arrived yet?
Yes, sir, she's come this morning, singing out loud like a little bird.
How odd!
Not really. She has a beautiful voice.
I shall see if the Lady Barrington is up and around. May I take your suitcase? Please help yourself to the sherry. It will warm you from the winter chill. He exits up left. Ow!
There's a chill in the air. A chill about this house, Alexander. An evil chill that I cannot explain. I am frightened. Hold me, hold me.
Oh, you're all right, as long as I'm here. Penelope.
I feel better knowing you are near.
I will never leave you. Never. The snow. Falling snow. White snow. Snow everywhere. The snow. Each flake different and unique in its own melancholy kind of way. And yet together, a mass of constant white.
What are you trying to tell me, Alexander?
I was born and raised in this house, Penelope. Spent my entire life here, except for school, college, and summer camp, and the time I was kidnapped by the stranger in the blue mask. But this home is my blood. this home and the snow. And there's nothing I wouldn't do to keep it. Nothing.
Anything? What do you mean by anything?
Who are you?
Me?
Yes?
Inspector Mounds.
I beg your pardon.
Inspector Mounds, Scotland Yard. I'm here to investigate the death of your late father.
What have you found? We've nothing to hide here.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing that can't be explained.
Explained?
What else do you know, Inspector?
We know that your late father did not die accidentally.
You mean?
Murder.
Oh, Alexander, hold me, touch me, thrill me.
Looks like snow. I have nothing to hide.
The reading of the will tell the tale.
Meaning?
Exactly what was the relationship between Bet and your late father?
Well,
Marvelous, Inspector. We got along divinely. I was like a daughter to him, and he was like a father to me. Oh, I miss him so. I can't believe he's really gone.
I say, he's not really gone. He's still in the study. They haven't come for the body yet. Snow and all.
Hello, brother.
hello, Bet.
And you must be the new one.
Bet, this is Penipole. Penipole? Bet.
Delighted. What did you mean, new one?
Yes, what did you mean? I didn't quite get that myself.
Didn't dear brother tell you? You're number 13. Unlucky number 13. Ha!
13 what?
13 wives, you unsuspecting little fool.
Wives?
Ha ha!
I thought I was the first.
You are the first,
Naive, foolish,
Penelope.
petulant child.
The first that meant anything.
Oh, Alexander, what happened to them? Were they pretty?
They were lovely, especially Gwendolyn. With her fair skin, tight sweater, and massively large jugs.
Where are they now?
She's buried with them. Dead.
You mean?
Murder!
I always meant to tell you, dear.
Murdered? All of them?
No, not at the same time. Literally.
Interesting, Mr. Barrington. If you would excuse me.
I was never convicted.
Ha ha! Juries can be bought. You never did explain the blood on your socks.
Mr. Barrington, your mother can't wait to see you. I told her that you had arrived, and her face lit up like the shining sun in the noonday. Sun. Presenting Lady Barrington. Presenting Lady Barrington. Her face, Mr. Barrington. She can't wait to see you.
Ha ha!
I think I hear Mother coming now.
Presenting Lady Barrington.
All right, where the hell is she?
I shall go and find Mother.
Not in a whole lot of second, Red. Where the hell is Miss Crawford, for Christ's sakes? Come on!
Mr. LePew, we are rehearsing.
You call this rehearsing? Am I the only one who realizes this play opens tomorrow? Philip!
Yes, Mr. LePew.
Where the hell is Miss Crawford? I could have gone home, taken a shower, and come back by now.
Miss Crawford!
Why are we breaking?
Miss Crawford did not make her entrance, in case you didn't notice, Mr. Observant.
Miss Crawford never makes her entrance. She's stone deaf. She can't hear the other actors. In case you didn't notice, Mr. Director.
Victor, I am tired of carrying her through this performance. I was hired to play one role, not two.
A little respect for Miss Crawford, please.
How do I look?
Yeah, fine, Hiawatha.
Miss Crawford!
Miss Crawford!
Lady Barrington!
Miss...
Now, is it me?
It's all right, Miss Crawford. Listen, if you can't hear the other actors, perhaps you could see them if you stood in that back corner there. We could use a sight cue instead.
What?
I said perhaps we can use a sight cue instead.
I'm waiting for my cue, darling.
Is this all right?
What?
Perhaps you could project a little.
Mr. LePew, I learned to project on a mountaintop, skewing Shakespeare to the wind.
Sorry, Brent, we don't have any winds here.
Oh, yes, we do. Stand over here.
Handle, work with me! We haven't even gotten there yet. Listen, when you're delivering lines to Miss Crawford, just shout your brains out.
I hardly think that yelling my performance is the answer.
The answer is mercy killing. But we open tomorrow night.
Take it from my entrance.
Now, just a second. I have some notes. Miss... Philip. Perhaps we can give her a nudge from backstage. Yeah. All right. Hey, listen, as long as we're all here, I might as well share some notes I've been taking in the meantime. Now, general note to the entire cast. Each of you must project. You are speaking to the person seated in the back corner. A lost line is a lost opportunity. Slow down. The theater is a reflection of reality, but only a reflection. It is not a true to-life representation. What sounds unusual to your ears on the stage is not what the audience actually hears. Now, for some notes for the individual actors. Muscatel, the actor's oath. Muscatel, the actor. Philip, I can't even read my own handwriting. What the hell is that saying?
Not in the actor's name, sir.
Yes. Candy, sweetheart, darling, you're mouthing the actor's lines again, dear.
Like, I know.
Yes, I know too. I saw it.
Well, that's like how I learn my lines. I hear the lines in my head, and then I know how to talk.
Do you think you could say their lines in your head with your mouth closed, dear? Or must I staple your lips shut?
Well, I like say them in my head with my mouth closed.
I'm delighted. Miss Monet, Ms. Monet, if you insist on taking a bow every time you make an entrance, perhaps you shouldn't come in until the final curtain call.
Are you correcting me in front of the cast, dear?
It's merely a suggestion.
Face it, LePew. When I enter, people will stand and applaud.
Darling, you haven't worked since your sitcom went off the air in 1997.
Everybody knows Mona was in the top 10 for 2 years. We beat the pants off Dharma and Greg. Jenna Elfman still won't speak to me over it.
Like, who?
This is theater, Mona. Applause must be earned through years of dedication to the theater. Besides, if we're going to applaud for anybody, it will be me.
Try saying Penelope
Miss-
3 times fast.
Mr. LePew!
Listen. Mona, Brent, please, we don't need all this petty sniveling. I shouldn't have to remind you all how much we all need this. And when I say all of us, I mean all of us. Now, Mr. Banks has believed enough in our collective talents to bring this play to Thornburg. I know it's not Broadway or off-Broadway, or even off-Broadway for that matter, but it could always be worse.
How could it be any worse? There isn't even a sink backstage.
So we could be doing this show in Crafton. Candy, sweetheart, darling, you mind leaving the gum off stage?
But like, chewing gum relaxes me.
Little British ingenue ingenues do not chew gum. Little porno stars from Van Nuys, California chew gum.
Really, Mr. LePew, I don't think it's necessary to call Candy names.
I didn't call her a name, you idiot.
Like, what did he call me?
A little British ingenue.
Piggy! Piggy, Daddy!
No.
Daddy, Daddy, that's Piggy! I need you to
Listen, you can chew the gum. You can choke on it for all I know. We'll make it work.
Piggy, Mr. LePew's like upsetting me, Daddy.
Daddy, is Mr. Banks your father?
No.
What in the hell's the problem this time, LePew? You overpaid psychopath!
Nothing, just a little directorial criticism, Mr. Banks. I was just explaining to Miss Apples that little British ingenues just do not chew gum.
It's innovative. That's what I want. I want a different angle. Different angles are money in the bank. And that's what we're all here for, isn't it?
That's what you're here for, Piggy.
The name is P.G. Banks. LePew. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be in that booby hatch, twitching and drooling in a corner. You want to insult people? Why don't you start with the ham? With all the Shakespearean training. What in the hell are you? A moron? The name is Penelope. A moron can say it. Say it. See? A moron can say it. What's your problem?
It's a vicious block. A vicious block, Mr. Banks.
What?
Nothing. Slip of the tongue, it shall pass. Tripping over it.
What kind of that? You sound like a jackass.
Yes.
Friend, repeat after me. Pen.
N.
L.
N.
P.
P.
Penelope.
Penelope P.
Close enough.
Well, since we are already stopped, I would like to know what happened to our original inspector, Hal Holst. This guy, no offense, Dick, stinks.
Well, I didn't want to upset you, but Hal Holst was brutally murdered after rehearsal last night. What? It's okay. Luckily, Mr. Coppola here happened to be available.
Available? He's a TV repairman.
I've seen lots of plays with my cousin Frankie. If you ask me, I can do it as well as anybody. There's really nothing to it.
No one is asking you.
Well, that's what I think.
Oh, is that what you think, Dick?
Listen, perhaps this would be a good time to tell everyone that Dick's cousin, Francis Ford Coppola of The Godfather fame, will be on our opening night's audience tomorrow.
Dick! Welcome to the show, Dick. Oh, you're marvelous in the role, really marvelous.
Mr. Banks, I was thinking of using a French accent.
Listen, Mr. Looney, I've already told you no, quite emphatically.
French. I like it.
It's a British murder mystery.
So what?
Why would the butler be French?
France is right next door. He could be a commuter. He could even wear a little beret.
I was hired to direct this show, Mr. Banks. Need I remind you of my past laurels?
Need I remind you of your past fiasco? The one that put you in the booby hatch? The $200 million bomb? The comedy musical story about a tsunami that destroyed Thailand? Wave goodbye to Daddy? For Christ's sake, you flooded the audience with debris and little children's shoes.
I have directed some of Thornburg's greatest successes. The Night of January 16th.
The Curious Savage.
The Curious Savage.
The Murder Room.
The Murder Room. You all remember that one, right?
Yeah, wave goodbye to Daddy. Now get in places and run this damn thing through. I gotta take a whiz.
You know, I still can't hear you, damn it. Richard Burton always knew how to project.
I am Victor LePew, wonder child of the Thornburg stage. No one talks to LePew like that. No one. Okay, gang. Energy and pace. We'll take it from Lady Barrington's entrance.
Mr. LePew, I was thinking...
Listen, you little dweeb. Use a French dialect and I'll put my foot right up your accent. You got that?
Any notes for me?
Oh, Philip, yes, of course. You must keep that snow machine operating consistently. The entire message of this show hinges on the snow's consistency. All right, places, damn it. We'll show them. This will be another Victor Lepew triumph. Philip, give me a place.
Haha, juries can be bought. You never did explain the blood on your socks. Bah.
I know my lines.
Lights. Action. Start, damn it.
Ha ha! Juries can be bought. You never did explain that blood on your socks.
Mr. Barrington, your mother can't wait to see you. I told her that you had arrived, and her face lit up like the shining sun, and everything. Presenting Lady Barrington. Presenting Lady Barrington!
I forgot where to stand.
Mother, it's been so long.
Alexander, my boy, you've come home.
Brent!
What?
Brent!
Brent, my boy, you've come home.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but Daddy is dead. He died eating cheese, Gouda cheese, sliced thin.
I know, Mother. That's why I've come.
And what is this?
Mother, this is my new bride. Penelope.
What a pretty child, so young, so sad. How old are you, my dear?
23 and 1/2.
Pity.
And if you know what's good for you, you'll take the first train out of here.
Too late. That's the last train leaving the station now.
Oh, no, the good one, Philip.
The trains are not running because of the snow. We're all trapped here like rats
What does it matter? She cannot escape her fate. Your fate is sealed, my dear.
Especially in the snow.
Inspector Mounds,
What?
you're still here?
And so are we all. I'm happy to have found you here, all here together. I have found conclusive evidence that will point conclusively to the murderer of Lord Barrington. Would you please be seated? Murderer is someone in this room. I found 2 items on the body of the Lord, buried in the Gouda cheese, sliced thin. This letter, and this brassiere. This letter, written in the murderer's own hand, together with this brassiere, monogrammed with the murderer's own initials, prove conclusively that the murderer is none other than...
The lights!
What happened to the lights?
Somebody get the lights!
Hey, get your hands off me, you dirty pig!
Oh my God, I've
I thought that was a light switch. Good God! He's dead!
You mean...
Murder!
What?
Murder!
Is it me?
Murder!
I'm sorry, Mr. Lepew. I've lost the place.
Murder!
Does anybody know the line?
Murder!
I'll just go and check the script.
Oh no! No, no,
Alabama Miller. I don't believe you know everyone.
Victor, what have you done to this play? A lifetime of torment, bearing my soul, and you slashed the guts out of it!
When did you get out of the rehab center, Mr. Miller?
Oh, clim up, loony.
Why is Penelope dressed like this? Choir robes! Everyone in the play should be wearing choir robes!
Mr. Miller, if there's one thing that I know how to mount, it's a show. Now, I have taken your soul, as you so eloquently put it, and I have embellished it with a style that only Victor Lepew could give it. Now, instead of a dramatic triumph, it is a commercial triumph as well. Why, people will take one look at the show and say, Lepew, Lepew!
I like represent women's repression and a new sexual freedom. Is that right, Mr. Lepew?
Yes, yes, that was a statement that was just trying to be made.
Plus, Mr. Banks says TNA will boost the box office.
There comes a time, Mr. Miller, when you just have to go with the flow.
Go with the flow? My script is 576 pages, and you stripped it to 18, and that includes the prop list.
But now we can do 3 shows a night.
You even changed the title.
Drop Dead is a catchy title.
That's not the title. The World Condition and the Eternal Snow God. That's the title. It sums up the whole point.
Like, I don't get it. It just sounds stupid.
What the hell is he doing here? Word not to leave you in. How you feeling, Alabama? Borrow scotch in my office. Help yourself. Doesn't she look great? Turn around, baby. These bits I inserted make this whole show work.
About those lines you added, Mr. Banks, the massively large jugs.
What line? What massively large jugs? You can't do that.
Why not? You got the inspector pulling out a brazier.
That represents human sexuality.
And the snow.
Ah, the eternal seasons of life. People facing the same struggles from generation to generation. The same snow that fell in the time of Christ falls on us now. It's the common denominator.
Good. That's just how I played it.
And the dead body on the stage? Well, that represents the ever-present specter of death that looms over us all.
I don't get that. I don't either. That can't be right.
It can't be right. I wrote the play.
Cheer up. How many playwrights never even get produced, huh? You didn't think of that, did you, Mr. Miller?
I will kill you. I will kill you!
Yeah, get in line, huh?
I hear Alabama Miller interrupting my rehearsal again. I want you to throw him out of the theater. Got it, piss boy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh! Who's up there? Who's up there?
Back there.
I was almost killed. Doesn't anybody care about me? Well,
Are you all right, Mona?
if I didn't know any better, if I weren't so loved by us all, I would swear that sandbag was deliberately dropped to kill me.
I want to kill you. No one even remembers you.
Yeah, well, this run is cut.
First Hal Holston, now me.
We should call the police.
No police. I'm not insured.
What?
I mean, I'm not sure. Silly little accident. Forget about it.
I was almost killed. Call the police or I call my agent.
Over my dead body. There's nothing going to interfere with this show going off tomorrow night. You understand me? Nothing.
Hey, I gotta get up pretty early in the morning tomorrow. Can we just finish this thing?
Mr. Cappola's right. Places, please.
Hey, I'm supposed to say that. Places, everyone. But gee.
Thank you all for your concern.
We'll take it from, what's the line, Philip?
Murder!
Well, we know it's not Inspector Mounds.
Then it must be someone in this room.
I feel faint.
Why don't you lie down and rest? Penelopus? Let me take you off to rest. Where can we go to rest? Rolls?
Any place but the study. It's occupied.
Mother, will you be all right?
At least with you gone, she'll be alive.
Dirty little bitch.
The truth always hurts.
I'll be back, mother. Stay alive till I do.
I will, son, I will.
Jules, a drink for Lady Barrington.
I live to serve you. Ow!
Well, I suppose this leaves us quite alone, Bet.
Quite.
And I suppose we'll never know what Inspector Drools was about to tell us.
And I suppose that suits you just fine, doesn't it, Mother?
Why do you say that, Bet?
You think I don't know, don't you, Mother? About you blackmailing Father with all those horrid photographs of him and the Girl Scouts earning special merit badges in the woods.
So what, you horrid girl? And I suppose it will surprise you to learn that you've been cut out of your father's will. He left his entire estate to me alone.
Your drink, Mum, shaken by hand.
Thank you, Drools.
You think everyone's your servant, don't you, Mother? You pompous, money-hungry, society bitch.
Oh, hold on a second there.
Can we please go on without stopping?
No, we
You've
won't.
done that
We
sooner,
stop for a minute.
Bet.
Miss Crawford, we
Now
stop for a
that I
second. We
see-
stop for a second. We stop for a second, Miss Crawford. Miss Monet.